Hello guys, welcome to the next video on JavaFX tutorial for beginners. In the last video we have started creating a calculator in JavaFX using model view controller design, and we have created a few classes like main controller model class, and we have created our main.fxml design, something like this. Now in this video we are going to complete this functionality for the calculator. Okay, so in the last video we have created this main controller.java and model.java classes, right? So first of all we are going to link our fxml file with this main controller class. So go to your scene builder, and on the left hand side just choose this last option which says controller, and in here just choose the class for the controller. So in our case it's application.main controller class, right? Now just select all the buttons on which you can see the numbers. So these are the buttons from 0 to 9. Don't choose the operator buttons, right? Just choose the buttons which has numbers on it. Okay, so choose all the numbers and then go to code here on the right hand side and go to on action and choose the action process number. Okay, so process number, this is the method which we have created in the last video. If you go to the main controller class, this was the method we have created, right? That's why you can see this process number method in on action. In the same way, just choose all of your operators. So this one, this one, this one, this and this. These 5 are our operators. So select all these operators, and once again here choose this time process operators, right? So for numbers we are going to use the function called process number, and for operators we are going to use this method called process operators. So our linking is complete for the controller and fxml file. Now let's go to our Eclipse IDE, and first of all we are going to go to our model.java class, and in here we will complete this calculate method. So this is the easiest part. So what we are going to do is we are going to add a switch statement here, and as a key we are going to provide our operator. Okay, so based on the operator we are going to decide what action we want to take. So operator can be plus, minus, or multiplication or division, right? So let's say our operator is plus. So what we are going to do is we don't need this break here. We are going to take this number 1 plus number 2, and we are going to return this. Okay, so just do something like this. Okay, in the same way we will do the same for minus, multiplication and division. So this is for minus, this is for multiplication, and this is for division. Okay, so for minus it's simple, number 1 minus number 2. For multiplication it's also simple, number 1 asterisk number 2. For division, first of all you need to check if your number 2 is 0, right? If your number 2 is 0, then it's going to give you infinity. So let's just check. If number 2 is equal to 0, then we are going to return 0 from here. Okay, otherwise we are going to return the division, right? Now in the default case, if the operator doesn't match any case, then in the default case we are going to return 0. Okay, so in the default case just return 0. So this is how our calculate method in the model class will look like. Okay, now let's go to the main controller.java class, and in here first of all we are going to define the label, and we can name our label as, for example, result. Okay, and in here above this label we are going to provide this tag which is @fxml, and what this is going to do is it's going to tag our fxml file with the label, and just import this label from here, which is JavaFX label. Okay, and also import this fxml from here. Okay, so this is not going to show you the error. Same we are going to do for our method like this. Now we are going to define three variables. First will be long number 1, and we are going to initialize this by 0. Okay, the second variable will be a string, so it will be a string and we will name it as operator. Okay, and we will initialize it by a blank string. And third variable will be a boolean string variable, so private boolean start, and we will initialize it with true value. Okay, now first we will determine whether this flag is set or not in our process number method. So go to your process number method and just write if start. Then what we are going to do, we are going to first of all set our label as blank. So just write result dot set text is equal to blank, and then we will set our flag, which is start, to false. Okay, now outside this if condition, what we are going to do is we are going to create a string variable and we will call it as value, and then what we are going to do is we are going to create a bracket, and inside the bracket we are going to write this code which says in the bracket button, then outside the bracket event dot get source, and outside the bracket you will just write dot get text. Okay, and what this is going to do, this is going to just take the button text. So for example, we have text on the button 7, 8, 9 or all these numbers. Okay, so this button event dot get source takes the button text and then transfer it into this variable. Okay, and just import this button from here, so button class, something like this. Okay, and it's going to clear your errors. Now in the next line, what we are going to do is we are going to set, so just take this result and then dot set text, so just set the text. And what we are going to do, we are going to take the output from the label, so just take set text result dot get text, so get text plus the value. Okay, something like this. So that's it for this method. And in the process operator method, what we are going to do is first of all we will just take the input from the button text, same as we have done in process number. So this value will be your operator, right? And then what we are going to do is we are going to check if this value is equal to, right? So just write if this value dot equals, and this value is equal to this equal to symbol. Okay, and we will check the negative scenario. So if this value is not equal to this equal to symbol, we will check if the operator which we have defined here is empty or not. So just write if operator dot is empty, and we will check the negative scenario here, then we will return. So just write return here. Otherwise we will just equate our operator is equal to the value we have, right? So operator is equal to value, and the number 1 which we have declared here, number 1, we will equate by taking the text from the result, right? So just number is equal to long, because we need to convert this text from string to long. So just write long dot parse long, and in here just take your result label name dot get text, and after setting this number we will set this result is equal to null. So set text and set text as a blank empty string. Now if the button which is pressed is the equal to symbol, then we will go to else condition. Okay, so in the else, first of all we will check if the operator is empty, and in this case we will check the positive scenario. So keep in mind here we are checking if the operator is not empty, and here we are checking if the operator is empty, right? And then in the next line what we are going to do is we are going to take the second numbers. We are going to define a long number 2 is equal to same line as this long dot pass long, and then take the value from the get text from the label. Okay, and now we will call our calculate method in the model, right? So for that we need to declare this model object in our main controller class. Okay, so in here just add model is equal to new model, and now we will take this model object from here and we can call the calculate method. So model dot calculate, right? And in here you can provide the first number which we have assigned the value of first number from here, right? And the second number we have from here, and the operator we have in this operator variable. Okay, so this will give you your output. So we can assign this output to a variable. So just call a float variable called output from here, and this output we can set on our label. So our label variable is result. So just call our label variable dot set text, and then in here just call string dot value of, and then just pass your output here. Okay, and just for cleaning what we can do is we can just assign operator is equal to a blank string, and start variable, which is our this variable start, is equal to true. And now let's run our code. So run it, and when I click some number it shows me some error. Let's see what error is. It's giving me error from this line, and this result is giving me some error. So I think I forgot to link this result variable in our scene builder, right? So just copy this result variable, which is our label variable. Remember, go to the scene builder and select your label inside your stack pane, and go to the property in the code section, and as a fx id you just need to give this result here, right? So choose the result, save your code once again. So save it, and after saving go to Eclipse, and in here right click on your project and refresh your project so that we don't have any error and our fxml file is synchronized with our project, and then run it once again. And now what we are going to do, we are going to add something. For example, 88 plus 12 is equal to 100. Okay, so we are getting the result, right? For example, we want to subtract something. 45 minus 5 is equal to 40. Okay, or we want to divide something. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Or we want to multiply something. 50 multiplied by 50, 2500. Okay, so our calculator is running now. So this is how you can create a simple calculator in JavaFX using MVC. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.